Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news to discuss involving the New York Knicks. Listen, Marcus Morris is back with the New York Knicks. This is serious news, y'all. It has been announced that Morris has signed an Exhibit 9 contract, which brings the veteran forward back to New York City, where he played 43 games back in 2019-20 season. This Exhibit 9 contract, however, is a non-guaranteed one-year deal that protects the team in case of a significant injury to the player. So this is all of the news for anybody that's wondering what's going on with this whole Exhibit 9 situation. This was another depth move for the Knicks, who also signed Landry Shamet to an Exhibit 9 contract as another guard to compete for a roster spot that addresses an area of need who was exposed during the postseason run last year. So it's going to be interesting, man. The Knicks, they loading up with defenders all over the place. Clearly, the Mikal Bridges move is dominated, and also them re-signing OG Anunoby. The Knicks, they not playing no games this season. They going for the jugular vein. I'm telling you now, you want to make sure you don't touch that dial. Make sure you hit the like button, and most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. We about to turn things up. The NBA season is right around the corner, and the New York Knicks are not playing no games. I got the Chief in the building with me, and I want to tell the people right now, Marcus Morris, he fits the toughness in New York. He embodies that, and he's played with the Knicks, and he was around he played with Julius Randle, y'all. So he's very familiar with what's going on, even though it wasn't under Tibbs. He fits the motto of the city, and I'm very excited that Marcus Morris is back. Chief Bartram, what's your thoughts on this move? The Knicks, they keep it, they keeping it moving.
I mean, what's up with your Knicks, man? What they trying to do, man? Hey, I like it, man. It just adds to these are Tibbs guys, bro. These are the type of players Tibbs like. Gritty, tough, defensive oriented. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of when Tibbs was in Chicago, where he let Derrick Rose run the offense. Derrick Rose ran the offense. Tibbs controlled the defense. And so he had players that could play his defensive scheme and system. And he let Derrick Rose control the offense. Now, Jalen Brunson is in that same position. Jalen runs the offense and everything. He runs the offense, and Tibbs runs the defense, So you got Julius Randle, but now that Hardison is in OKC, we're gonna see what Mitchell is made of now, because they have not brought in another center. I haven't seen flight, so I guess New York is saying Mitchell can do it, at the 5, so Mitchell, unless they bring another center in, Mitchell will be the starting 5 for the New York Knicks, man. So I like the toughness. I like, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. You got Josh Hart, Landry Shamet is another pesky dog. I mean, I like what I like what they're doing, and they have to. If the Knicks intend on challenging Boston, this is how they have to load that team up, because Boston got dogs up there. It is what it is. They got dogs on that team in Boston. So if the Knicks intend on challenging Boston, and hey, in Philadelphia too, then the Knicks have to have this type of team to deal with both of them, especially since they got Paul George. They have to have it, So I like the moves. I like what New York is doing. I do.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The Paul George pickup, it definitely scares me. I don't like the fact that I don't like that they have him, but it is what it is. I think that they're going to be a team, and they could possibly be a force to be reckoned with. And I'm not too excited about facing them, but I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to avoid them. But I like the Knicks' chances, man. I think they built, for the future. I think they built for the present. I think they built for a lot of these wing players that are in this league. You know, I think they're going to be able to defend them at a level that I don't think we've ever seen them. So,
Yes.
so it's going to be interesting. I know that we caught up with what this team could do and that team, but I think at some point these teams got to be concerned what the Knicks going to bring to the table. You know, and I think that's where the Knicks are at right now. A lot of people are favoring the Knicks to possibly be one of the better teams in the league, and I hope that's the case.
Yeah, man. I believe it. And just the only thing is, I'm concerned about shooting. You know, with I know I'm hoping that Mikhail and OG. No, I think OG shot a pretty good clip. I think he did, but I think that may be the only thing. But Tibbs teams hasn't really. I mean, Tibbs teams, they there's more of a defensive side anyway. It's more on the defensive side. But you're right, for like when you have, and he still got Precious there. I mean, Precious is still in the fold. It's like so. OG, Mikhail Bridges, you got Precious. Now you got Marcus. So to defend the dynamic wings and those some of those fours, like Giannis and others, you're going to need those type of players, to throw at Paul George, to throw at Jason Tatum, to throw at him, and now, hey, now this year, Flight, the injury, hopefully Julius he's healed. Julius got to cook this year, Flight. Julius must cook. He has to help out Jalen. He has to.
You know, a lot of people make this notion about Julius. You know, imagine if Julius come back focused. You know, they basically adding what another All Star to the table. It seemed like because people are counting Julius out. You know, and I just really feel he might very well be the best player on the team. What do you think about that aspect?
Julius, it goes as Julius go, bro. Jalen is the guy on the team, but Julius must play. He must cook. He must be focused. A focused Julius is he's at the four. He could even be a small ball five, inside out. A nice mid range game. I remember when he dueled Zion. That one time he dueled Zion. Him and Zion had an epic duel at the four. Both of them going back and forth. It was one of the best games I saw Julius play. Julius has the potential to push the Knicks deep into the playoffs and could be a problem because a focused Julius is he's hard to guard because he's very skilled, and unlike Cat, Julius will go inside. Cat then floated to the outside, and stay out there now, which I think is a mistake. But you're going to need a dynamic Julius Randle to go along with Mikhail and OG. And that'll just make it easier for Mikhail and OG to do their work if you got Julius, because a focused Julius commands a double team, Flight, and Bronson. So if they're both together playing at a high level, then Mikhail and OG, Marcus, and whoever else is playing, they will eat, you know. And you got to factor in another person too, Flight, Josh Hart. Josh Hart is the X factor too, bro. Josh has won some big games for the Knicks just from his gutsy play. You see, late game threes and other things that he does. He's almost like he's the soul of the team. Just his energy. So I'm watching your Knicks, man. I'm watching your Knicks this year, man. I'm gonna talk about them a little bit on Tribe Sports, man. I am.
Most definitely, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love.